Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm so blessed to be with you. So I hope that you all had a wonderful holiday last week, and we're headed into the big holiday season when everybody has a holiday. There's so many I can't even name them all. But if you have a holiday in the next 30 to 60 days, I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. Celebrate. I think that every day should be a celebration. I don't care what day it is, especially right now in COVID, we need to celebrate every little gift. Every little gift. If you're breathing, you're gifted. So anyway, that's enough out of me. We have with us tonight probably a couple of the more fun people that I know. They have been around and in my life, in and out around my life for, I'm not even going to tell you how long, because that would tell you that I'm 60 years old. So I'm not going to do that. But they've been around a long time, and they do really great music. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we only have two of them here in the studio, which is very unfortunate. Steve Seagal, we wish you were here, but you're not. So next time, okay? I promise. I promise next time this group is here, you will be here. I will make sure of it. So that's a little shout out to you. And we have, last time they were here, we called them Lawn Furniture. But that's not who they are. We have Luden Trummel and Bill Dumas here as Blonde Furniture. Please welcome them into your home.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
We were going to come as Lawn Furniture, but we figured we'd go back to our roots.
So to speak.
And it's great to be here. Grandma's Attic is a gift, and we are glad to share it.
Mm-hmm.
This is oddly enough is a song I wrote during the 2008 elections, and it's somehow fitting to this election, no matter what side you're on.
It seems fitting every 4 years.
Yeah, no matter what your philosophy, it speaks to you
right.
nicely. It's a long, long road. It's a long, long road. And we have to find our way back home. Find our way home. Turn off the tube. Look at what we've lost. Start the revolution. We'll take the blue pill now. It's a long, long road that we have to find our way back home. It's a long, long road. It's a long, long road that we have to find our way back home. Find our way home. Find our way home. Find our way
All right.
Thank you. We're kind of rejiggering our set list here, and we're going to do a June Carter, June Carter, Merle Kilgore song. Somebody tell me when I hit a D.
That was D.
D? Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 till the flames grew higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet. Hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. fire, the ring of fire.
Very nice, Bill.
Very nice.
Who called her like that?
So yeah, that's a song that, of course, Johnny Cash made famous. Been redone a whole lot of times, but was in fact written by June Carter and Merle Kilgore. We're going to go to the opposite spectrum of the music genres.
Okay, let's do that.
This is actually, I got to retune. Someone tell me when I hit E. I'm a drummer, I don't know these tone things. My snarky's not working very well.
Would you like to borrow my snark?
Wait, I'm going to try it again. Hello, wake up.
That's good.
Close enough. Well, this is a punk rock song. It was actually the
You
first.
don't have to tune for punk rock. You just
What am I thinking? Whiz. This was the very first Blonde Furniture song that I wrote in somewhere around 1982, 83, which was on the first Blonde Furniture EP.
Wow.
No,
I was still in elementary school. Come on.
Yeah.
I was in grandma's school.
Grandma school.
Yeah. So it does appear on the first Blonde Furniture EP as a 12-inch vinyl EP with four songs and a little David Letterman clip, and then I never played it live until 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was the first time we ever played it live, and I have a hard time getting through it. But it's on the new CD as well. We can talk about that later. Yeah, so we did a new version of it in the new CD, and
Here it is.
here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't drive too fast. We don't waste all our gas. We don't litter the streets and we don't drag our feet. Because we are the model citizens. Because we are the model citizens. We don't argue, we don't fight, because we know we are right. And if you follow us tonight, we will all be alright. Because we are the model citizens. Because we are the model citizens. We're not losing this war against war. We will put your world in line. was able to hit that last note at one
always-
time.
It's always like a car crash at the end there, Bill. You know.
If you hit it, it would not be punk rock.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you hit it right, it would not be punk
You
rock.
got to throw it against the wall.
That's right.
We're going to switch over to Lou. One of the new Furnature.
Easy for you to say,
Yeah.
Bill.
Lawn furniture. You know, Blonde Furniture is ever redefining itself. Always different lineups, different sounds, different ways of playing the songs. We do Americana versions, folk versions, punk rock versions, different people in the lineup. And but one new thing we're doing now is introducing more of Lunan's material. Lunan is a extremely prolific songwriter, more than anyone I've ever heard of.
He says prolific. I say compulsive.
Compulsive.
I say adaptable.
He wrote a song as we were setting up. He wrote a song. You know, I mean, he really, literally, he wrote a song.
Yeah. This is how I
While we
met
were-
him, was
while we're
through
sitting-
Blonde Furniture. He called me at my home. I don't know how he got my number. This is back in the 80s. And I answered. He says, I said, is this Luton? I said, yeah. He says, it's Bill Dumas. Okay. He says, I need a guitar guide. I said, I think you have the wrong number.
So we're doing a bunch of. He's in a process of recording five full. Well, we'll talk about this later. Five full-length CDs, but we're going to get to some of his music right now.
Low when the cold wind blows to set the milkweed free, to find a place to safely sleep beneath the birchwood tree. The season takes its lovely time before it will give way, and let the tiny milkweed seed take and meet the day. Turn and face the signs. Face the line. Often I hear in my dreams the sound of city sighs, empires falling in decline, a woeful silent cry. People simply turn their ears, electing to pretend the weeping that is reaching them is just the wind again. Turn and face the signs. Turn and face the line. Hope springs forth a melody on melancholy rays that fall upon the ignorant, unwilling to be saved. What sense be there in withering beneath our shadows cast, with hope and truth prioritized, positioned in the last? Turn and face the signs. Time and place milkweed song.
Thank you.
How are we doing time-wise
We're doing
there?
time-wise here because we can go left or right here.
We'll go in the middle.
Oh.
Left or right or in the middle.
Oh, okay. No, that changes things. You want to do rage or you want to?
Well, we can do either way. Make up your mind. It's like Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Why don't we do a closing time?
We'll do it.
And then
We'll tail out with the rage thing.
I think we should do rage next.
Next?
I mean, after closing time. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm afraid of it getting cut short.
Okay. We wouldn't want that.
No. Well, actually, that's actually might be a good idea. Ludent. Well, we won't get into the difficulties of guitar playing these days, but
It has its challenges.
yeah. There's a song that we do. I get to play percussion on. It's new to me to be playing guitar for other people's music. So Ludent's been really good at pulling me into that
Pushing
direction,
you out of your comfort
pushing me
zone
out of
there,
my
Bill.
comfort zone. Yeah, because I'm very insecure about guitar playing, so I'm okay with it for my own music, but to play it with someone else is. It was an
For
exceptional
years, you
challenge.
pushed me out of mine.
Right. Right. You've been doing that to people for
Yeah, I know.
other people, absolutely.
I keep saying no. I just want to play hand drums and percussion for your music, but so which we hope we're gonna get to next. But anyway, we'll get to, we'll talk more about
Be that
that.
what it may.
This so this is our reducers cover from the Ravon Reducers tribute album that came out quite a while ago now. Yeah.
Like 7 years?
Yeah,
Sound right?
I think it's probably about 7 years. Hard to believe that release party at the O'Neill. I know I was at the O'Neill
that was
at the Red Barn. That was
Oh, that was a great show.
memorable
That was a great night.
with the Dogmatics and that was. So this song. I really didn't know what the song was about before choosing. I always liked the song, but digging into it deeper, talking to Peter more about the lyrics, it was not a song about the bar closing and how sad that is, but about Armageddon and how sad that is. So we took a little more melancholy spin on it. So.
Ready when you are.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm walking down a new street, and I'm moving real slow. I'm checking out the houses. Hey, where did everybody go? Shops are all closed down now, and all the workers have gone home. I must have missed the last bus, because I'm standing on my own. Na, 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 na. There's no one left alive here, at least as far as I can tell. It's like a scene from the movie after the bomb already fell. Maybe the kids are all on curfew and gone to bed hours ago. Maybe their folks are watching TV. Hey, maybe I don't wanna know. 9, 10, 11, 12, it's closing time again. 4, 3, 2, 1, it's closing time again. 9, 10, 11, 12, it's closing time again. 4, 3, 2, it's like the end of the world. else out walking. Maybe they've all gone underground. They might as well roll up the sidewalk. There isn't anyone around. But the day will come again, and then this nighttime has to end, and then the sun will shine again. Tell me the sun will shine again. 9, 10, 11, 12, it's closing time again. 4, 3, 2, 1, it's closing time again. 9, 10, 11, 12, it's closing time again. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, it's like the end of the world. A little different version than the Reducers, but it just goes to show, as Ludin points out, is that good songwriting lends itself to multiple styles.
And interpretation.
Interpretation, yes. So it's a sign of amazing songwriters
Right.
by the Reducers, which we so appreciate and so miss it on the live stage. I'm going to play percussion now,
Are you going to do
which
that
is
now?
what I prefer to do.
All righty, Bill. Get on it.
This is another lute and tremble tune.
It's called The Rage Becomes You. And I think there's a popular book out that has that title. I don't know which one came first.
Oh,
You know, I wrote a song called The Color of Water once, and like
Color
2
of
years later there was a book. But that, shows you everybody kind of thing. We're all in the same.
synchronicity.
It's right.
yeah.
We're in it.
We're all energy.
Anyway, so I think the song is kind of self-explanatory. But I think my favorite part about it is the fact that it's rhythmically reckless.
Reckless. Wow. We get to play with reckless abandon, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah, so here we go. There's too much hate in the world today. Oh, wouldn't you agree that a change is due? You say you want power and equality. Well, power corrupts, and it's corrupting you. And the rage still becomes you. And all you've acquired are the worst qualities of men. Patriarchy is a horrible thing. It's a paradigm of misandry. What would a patriarchy bring? Paradigm of misandry. And the why won't you let me hold the door for you? gender, it's civility. I can't understand what you're trying to prove. We all should be teachers of humanity.
Yeah, let's talk.
Why don't you do that? So while the guys are coming over here, let's talk about what's going on in the world. Bring your mask with you. Stay socially distanced by 6 feet, and let's get rid of COVID-19. I'm not kidding. I'm done playing. And, holiday season, guess what you need to do? Shop local. Check out the galleries. Get down to the hygienic and check out Art Equals Giving. Support local artists. Support local businesses. New London. That's what we do. All right, I'm going to talk to these guys. It's going to be so much fun. Ooh. Hi. Oh, you don't need those.
Oh, hello.
We're just setting an example.
Setting an example with masks. I have the coolest mask.
We do walk
I
all
love
around the studio with the mask on.
We walk around the studio, but I love my mask.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Isn't that cool?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
It preaches what I teach.
Ah.
It teaches what I preach. Whatever. It says love.
You walk the walk, you talk the talk.
I try to. Guys, it's so much fun to have you back here in the attic.
So great to be here. It's like
And
home.
It is.
We had a lot to talk about.
Oh.
Look at what I have. Look at my gaffer putting the camera right on me because
Get a close up.
Ooh, a good
It's
close
time.
up. He
Ooh,
will.
nice
He will.
zoom,
He
nice
will.
zoom.
Look at that.
Open it up.
Pleasant
Oh,
yellow.
look, there's that,
more.
and then we go like this. Ooh.
And
And then we go like this. There's the CD.
Here's me. If you pull that off and throw it away, then you see Sue McKay and Chris McKay. And
We're not
Who
playing.
literally back you up.
yeah,
We're not playing.
that's
We're not-
three-fifths of the tone shifters there.
That's what we do. So this is a really good album. Where can people find this album?
Oh, I have no idea.
You don't know where?
No, it's actually you can listen to it on SoundCloud and iTunes and everywhere. You know, every digital platform. It's available. I think it's official. It's on Bandcamp.
Okay.
Bandcamp is the yeah, but it's yeah.
And if they really can't find you, they can go to blondefurnitureband.com.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
Yeah, well, the nice thing is that when during the earlier part of the pandemic, which it's a nice centerpiece, isn't it?
It is. We're going to put it on the table.
So WCNI was in like this automation mode.
Yep.
And some kind person over there put this in the automated rotation, and it was getting played 1 to 3 times every day.
I know, right?
For months.
Right.
And I'm sure nobody had a clue who it was. You know, because I don't think there's nobody
doesn't-
nobody's
yeah.
announcing. No one's back
Nobody.
announcing.
But
So
we
wha-
did know it was you because it wasn't just your local music. There was several local bands put into the mix,
Oh, yeah.
which is, I just have to say it, not that I'm a DJ at WCNI, but WCNI is probably the best station anywhere in the world for supporting local
Oh,
music.
yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
That's true.
For
yeah.
supporting, the best DJs support the local music. I have people on my show, even during COVID time. I have to tell you, interviews on WCNI on Grandma's Attic, 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday morning.
Yes.
You'll hear interviews, because I'm still interviewing people, because people are still putting music out, and it's all about local music.
Yes.
It's what it's all about. It's what WCNI has always been about since the inception of time.
As I remember.
Right. And I remember way back. We're talking, I was what, 12?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So let's talk about we have this. This
Well, I do
is
want to give
wonderful.
a shout out to the producer, but I have to say, John Quinn of Quinn Music, his studio out in
John
Griswold.
Quinn is an amazing guy.
Unbelievable producer, engineer. I mean, this guy really should be, doing major label work. I would stack his production values up against any major label record production I've heard.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He makes us sound like an amazing band. He does.
But you are an amazing band, or you wouldn't be on Grandma's Attic.
Well, that's true. Yes, that's true too.
Well, he does the same thing with painting. You see what he paints?
Oh,
I mean, he's a
incredible.
master.
And he plays guitar.
Plays guitar and bass and key. He plays
He's a
everything.
Renaissance man, that's for sure.
And his brother, his brother has been a bass player. Bill Quinn has been in our band for a long. Blonde Furniture since the very beginning. The very first Blonde Furniture recording was done at his oldest brother's studio, which John had pretty much evolved into his studio. But his oldest brother, Seamus, originally started that studio back in the early 80s, and he passed away in a motorcycle accident.
I remember that name. That's a long time ago.
Long time ago, yeah.
Oh my.
So Bill was originally Bill also engineered as well as Seamus, and so it all started back there in that little studio in Griswold, and it's really evolved into a real
music in itself. When we look back at what we were doing in the 80s for music, and what is still going on for music today. I shouldn't just say music, because music that's on Top 40 radio has kind of taken a dive, but local independent music as a whole has stepped up its game, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You have to look a bit, but it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you look for local music, or not just local, but independent music, and what people are producing and putting out independently, you're going to find some really good stuff.
Fresh.
Right.
Fresh and innovative, and inviting. Inviting is a word that I like when it comes to checking out new music. Speaking of new music, what do you have going on for new music, Ludent?
Oh, well, been staying indoors a lot lately.
You have?
And so, you can go squirrel crazy. Absolutely.
We actually named
squirrel.
some. We named some.
Squirrels?
Because.
That's a sign dot.
So what have you been doing while you've been staying?
What have I been doing?
When he's not naming squirrels.
No, it was me that names the squirrels.
So, we have all this time, and people have to adjust to that, right? And really, it's about adaptation. That's how we survive things. Where the strength is in adaptation. And so many people are really talented, really creative people. And there are people that don't realize they are. They haven't
Until
been
they're
there.
stuck with themselves.
Until they're stuck with themselves and there's nothing else to do. And all of a sudden this thing blossoms out, whether it's cooking or crafts or whatever it may be, right? So for me, it was going to be music. So I kind of went on a musical rant or something. I ended up writing 5 albums worth of music.
Wow.
And then a good friend of mine, who I'd played bass with for years and years, and he's a great technician too, has a little studio in his house. He said, well, we can get together. And he was working alone, so he was in isolation. We were both like, okay, this is fairly safe, we can just a little distance. I went in and recorded it all. And they're all in the can and they're all waiting to be published at this point. So I got five albums worth of stuff.
Can you give a shout out to your producer,
Tony Castellano.
Tony Castellano.
Tony Castellano.
And Castellano's brother.
We know the Castellano family.
Yes.
Very talented family, by the way.
Yep. So he's incredible, and an absolute joy to work with. He makes everything so much better when you work with him.
Well, and he has a quiet, gentle nature about him that is, I think it's Castellano-ish, if that's a word.
Yeah.
Quiet, gentle, and a little,
Mm-hmm.
let's just be ourselves. That's who they are. But when they get on stage, oh my goodness, they're very talented. So what is on this album?
Well,
In these five
there's a whole
albums.
pile of them. So, I'm going to be releasing the last one first because I can do that.
You can do whatever you want.
And
It's your
so
music.
while I'm waiting to figure out how I'm going to afford to be able to, in the circumstances, how to afford to get Adobe onto my computer so I could do the CD work. I'm just releasing tidbits of it as we go, and there's something on Facebook. If you just put Luden in the
You
Facebook thing, it
did.
should come up.
I just heard heard a new one yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very good. In fact, I meant to pipe in and I listened to it.
He
and
put
oh,
one
wow.
up on SoundCloud and
For her.
did a little dedication to this old grandma person on SoundCloud, and
Oh, nice.
I was humbled and
Wow.
grateful. But it's really
He
good.
does things like that.
Yeah, SoundCloud. Check it out on SoundCloud.
Yep.
Your music, both of you guys, your music spans genres. I'm going to ask you both to answer me separately.
Oh.
What's your favorite genre of music?
Oh God, it changes so much.
Does it?
It does. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Mine
It's like the latest thing I really got into, you know, and I've worked with the tone shifters. I mean,
Right.
I fill in on drums with them, and they play in my band, in our band, and you know, in the last February, we all went down to Memphis to the
Yep.
Neapolitan Awards. And that whole twang sound, I mean, I always liked it, but being in there and submerged in Memphis for a week and listening to that music, and then going into Sun Studios and recording
Right.
with the tone shifters, where I videotaped. I didn't play, but I videotaped their made a music video out of that. But being there in Memphis and Nashville for a week and just being submerged in that music, that country twang, Americana. Music, man, that really hit me, and I came back wanting to. Actually, I went from there to LA for 5 months, but when I was there, I was wanting to just
You were
delve into
starting to
that a little bit. So
explore
I tried.
Yeah.
I was going to try to write music in that more into that
Into
genre.
the twang thing.
The twang
The twang
thing.
is the thing.
Yeah, so I played around it, and I actually have another offshoot project. I haven't really talked to Luna yet quite about it, but it kind of takes from that genre a little bit.
Nice. We already have
Yeah.
a twang band here in
We
the
sure do.
neighborhood, though. I saw a car a Mustang yesterday that said Twang 1 on it, and
Really?
I was like to my wife, I said, "That is," and I said his name, and I speeded up in my little Elvira to catch up with him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't him. So
it had to be a Kenny Atkins fan, though.
right? It had to be, right? So there's a little shout out to the honky tonk kind.
Yes, indeed.
So, in writing songs, you guys, do you work together to write songs for Blonde Furniture, or do you bring something to the table and then you both work on it? How does that all
Usually,
work?
if I write a song, I bring it to Luden, and Luden will arrange it. Will give suggestions on arranging it, and then we end up working on it.
Yeah.
And then how does
unison.
we're missing lots of people that usually play with you often, but Steve Seagal has been playing with you guys. You guys have been rehearsing
Yes, it's been new.
in the theater. How cool is
you know
that?
that happened. I was at a memorial for this woman who had passed away at her home on off of Pequot Avenue, and Steve lives in the neighborhood and was friends with this woman, and so we did a little tribute and a little reef laying in the Thames River, and he played his violin, and I had no idea he played violin.
You didn't?
I did not know that.
Oh, I've known that for a while.
Yeah, so this
He's
is like
very
just a
talented.
couple of years ago. I go, wow, and we started talking, and the following week, I was going to be sitting in at Ocean Beach with the tone shifters, and I said, hey, why don't you come in and sit in with us? And so
I just happened to be there in the
Yeah.
audience, and I
Yeah.
said, "Who's the cat on the fiddle there, and oh yeah, he's just sitting in. He sat in through the whole thing. He was like,
he was just going to sit in on a couple songs. We're trying to figure out what song should he sit in on, and he said, well, we're trying to figure out what 2 songs he could sit in on. and I said, Steve, why don't you just play along and see how you fit in. He played. I said, wow, this guy was next to me, and I'm really watching. I said, wow, Steve,
he's very talented.
He's so good.
I said, hey Bill, I said, I'd love to play with him. He says, okay. And next thing I know, we're at the Garden and we're playing, and we were really well met, because you know it can be a dicey thing, you know, meeting another musician and trying to make it click, you know.
Well, sometimes the egos get in the way.
Yeah,
too.
it can go all sorts of ways, you know. So you know, we got together and we were so well met that we just took off. And then we did this thing. I think he took a film of which called, I think it was 5, 7, or 9 cups of coffee. It was this really hyper reggae kind of thing the 2 of us were doing.
Yeah. And it kept getting ramping up. It started out as 3 cups of coffee. Then we called it 4 cups of coffee. Then it went to 5 cups of coffee.
It was
kept changing the name. It was going so fast.
And you know, we're playing off of each other in the drums, and it's like everything clicked. They said, "Well, this is meant to be."
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that was just before we played for the first time live at Daddy Jack's, and we opened up for the Whales at Daddy Jack's, and we said we got to do this some more.
And he's a great guy too. So
great guy, all around great guy.
Absolutely. So. I hate it when I run out of time. Yeah. Let's tell the audience one more time where we can find your music. We can find Lute and Trummel on SoundCloud.
And also, you can also find that new tune, a very, very new tune that's going to be released. That's on Bandcamp, and it's under Lute, actually, Lute and Trummel. And
you can also tag me. I'm tagged, and that new song is on Facebook.
Did you share it?
Not yet.
Right.
I haven't had time. It's been a busy day. So where can we find Blonde Furniture?
I would go to SoundCloud. If you want the CD, you can go to the Vinyl Siding Records. VinylSidingRecords.com. Okay. And there's also the cartoon CD, which is on the label, which was recorded live at the Art Park.
Yep.
And the Whales, the material you can get there, so you can get it.
You can get several things there, so check it out. And I'm going to ask these guys to go play a song, and you know how I feel about that. Guys, can you take us out with a song?
Sure.
All right, make sure you unplug. While they're doing that, let me remind you that it is the winter season. Now, what happens in the winter? It gets cold. This is tough times for people. Could you do me a favor and check on your neighbors? Check on your neighbors, especially if they're elderly or if they have little children. Check on them. Make sure those little kids have socks and shoes. Make sure that your elderly have good, clean drinking water and food in their fridge. And even if you're just checking on them, a smile and a hello goes a long way to make someone's day. Remember that. All we have to do in this world is love each other and be kind. That's all we have. That's all we need to do. So, it's the holiday season. Check on your neighbors. Check on your friends. Check on your people that may not be your friends, but they'll be your friends after you smile and check on them. Love you guys a lot. I'll see you all next week. Until then, God bless.
Hit it.
You should know how I feel about you when we're working together for a common goal. And when I go home alone, I wish I meant more to you than a friendly invitation that makes you laugh sometimes. And when you're standing next to me, my heart starts racing, beats somehow I can't do that. And I don't know if you care. And I'm always thinking, and I'm always thinking, and I'm always thinking, always thinking, always thinking of you. Always thinking of you. I make a fool of myself, tell you something you don't want to hear, but you should know, oh, that we'll be together tomorrow, and I won't give up. And maybe by then I'll know what to say and how to say it. You'll see me in a different way, and we'll go home together, and we'll be happy forever. And I'll hope this is not just a dream, not just a dream. That keeps me wondering, that keeps me wondering, how would this be if this wasn't just a dream? If this wasn't just a dream.